Hello everyone, Dream Envoy here, and welcome back to more of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Last time, we met with Princess Zelda, learned what was going to happen, well, learned that she had a prophecy that Ganondorf was going to try to attack Hyrule, so she requests that we obtain the other two spiritual stones. We already have one, which is this Kokiri's Emerald. We just need two more. Just to clarify something about the previous part, as one of my friends brought up how it seems kind of tropey for children to know what's about to happen even before the adults do, and the adults just seem oblivious. Thing is, I'm kind of with the king since having a nightmare isn't really strong evidence to say that one of your strongest allies is planning to betray you. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's no surprise to anyone that Ganondorf is evil and that he is planning to overthrow the King of Hyrule. But to be fair, with the king, a dream doesn't exactly scream prophecy. Regardless, our next destination is going to be Death Mountain, which is just past Kakariko Village, which is, well, conveniently just up these stairs. By the way, this guide is going to be a little bit helpful. Ding dong, I'm a clock soldier of Kakariko. The current time is 15:15, or 3:15 p.m. Hello there, son. Zelda's attendant, the Great Impa, opened this village to the common people. We have only a small population now, but someday this place will be as lively as Hyrule Castle Town. Oh yes, it will. Climb up the stairs at the north end of the village to find the trail that leads up Death Mountain. But you need the king's permission to actually go up the mountain. By the way, if I sound a little bit different, that's because I've actually went out and bought a pop filter. I don't know if it's gonna make too much of a difference, but if it doesn't, yeah, big deal because it only costed me less than $10. Anyways, here in Kakariko Village, there is a ton of different side quests that you can technically do in any order. Well, with an exception, you'll need to at least do this side quest that this lady is offering before you can tackle a different one. But aside from that, you can tackle them in just about any order you want. I like to take care of her first because she's pretty much just on the way to taking on all the other side quests, and like I said, you're required to complete her side quest first before you can complete a different one.
What should I do? My Kukos have all fallen away. You little boy, please, help me bring them back to this pen. Alright, there are a total of 7 Kukos that you need to collect. I'm gonna target this one, grab it. The thing about Kukos, which I'm just about to show off, is that if you jump off a ledge, you'll actually fly a little bit if you're holding onto a Kuko. You can grab the Kukos in just about any order that you want, however, I'm going to take care of the first two the most difficult ones first. This is kind of cheap on Nintendo's part because you actually have to sort of cheat in order to get 2. And there's no hints prior to the game explaining how you're supposed to collect these 2. But you're supposed to jump off this ledge, and the goal is to try to get up that fence. There's another way you can do it. You can also go up to the, let's see. I can't use the camera. Well, you can kind of see it. See that watchtower over there? You can go ahead and side jump off of that to the left, and you can also get to the area that way. It will also get you access to a very early piece of heart. But for the
sake of doing everything in the intended order, I'm just gonna use this method instead, which I do believe is the intended one. There we go. The goal was to land on that fence. Once you can do that, go ahead and throw the Kuko because we're not gonna need it anymore. There's a hole right down there, but we do not want to fall down it because there's really nothing there. Just grab the Kuko here. Go up the stairs. And throw. In order to throw things, you have to be moving, by the way. Careful to avoid the hole. They'll thankfully stay in the general area that you throw them in unless you leave Kakariko Village. And grab you. What can you see over here? Alright. Not much. Just a cliff. I suppose it's just the game's boundary. Just go ahead and jump off here. And you might as well hold on to the Kuko before throwing up into that pen there. Because you're gonna need the Kuko to reach that ledge over there. So let's see how we're gonna go about this. Right. Now we got some people who are trying to build a house there. Anyways, I'm gonna need that Kuko in order to reach for this Kuko. And that's the last time we're ever gonna need a Kuko in order to reach another Kuko. The rest should be easy. Grab this, buddy. And it's just a matter of making it all the way to the pen. That well, technically leads to a dungeon we cannot even complete until much later in the game, so don't even bother yet. So that's one. That's two. That's three. And four. We're about halfway done now. Just three more to go. Alright, where are the last two? Probably not a bad idea to get up here and try to get a view of the village. Just so I can, see where the other two went. Just going around, I can't see anymore. So let's see. We got the one near the graveyard entrance. We got one, by jumping off the ledge there. Got the one at the entrance of the village. Okay, I just remembered where the last two are. They're actually on the way up to Death Mountain. Saw the green icon there. Chase it down, chase it down. It's gonna start running around. Well, okay, it kinda stopped. And the last one is, again, near the entrance to Death Mountain, which is actually just to the north. And yes, I did that because it is just a tiny bit faster to Z target and side jump. Navi. Be helpful. Thank you. I love how I run up the stairs so fast that it actually triggers the flying. But anyways, this should be the last one.
Thank you for finding my cuckoos. I have allergies, so I get goosebumps when I touch them.
Then why do you have them?
For helping me, I will give this to you. It's a fine glass and should be useful. Please take good care of it.
And we get an empty bottle. We can now put items inside.
Yep,
This is why we're gonna need this because, well, no. Well, I didn't mean to save. That's gonna happen a lot. I'm not used to the save screens working that way. But anyways, you work your way up here and you'll reach the Kakariko graveyard. You want to go ahead and cut the grass here. Just to clear up some space here. Okay, technically you don't have to cut the grass, but I like doing so just to clear up some space because our real goal is to pick up this rock, throw it, and quickly grab some bugs. Grab them before they burrow into the ground. I love how the model for the bottle looks different, and yeah, you can see off to the side that it's burrowing into the ground. Anyways, you get that bug in the bottle. Take out our sword, because I honestly don't need the bottle anymore. Here lies the souls of those who swore fealty to the royal family of Hyrule. The Shiga, guardians of the royal family and founders of Kakariko. Watch over these spirits in their eternal slumber. I love this kid.
little kids can't go on the house-pounding grave-digging tour described on the sign. Since I can't do that, I'm just imitating Dompe, the gravekeeper, all day. But with my cute face, I'm not heart-pounding at all, am I?
What he's actually referring to, if you go outside this shack, be quiet. It's only 15:15. I, Dompe the gravekeeper, am in bed now. Go away and play. Maybe you can find a ghost in the daytime. Okay, that's not exactly what I'm thinking of, but yeah, there is a little bit of a mini game that's going on here. But anyways, go right ahead and check one of the gravestones. Well, okay, maybe it's not happening, maybe it doesn't happen in the daytime, but there is supposedly a new enemy called a Poe. Anyways, you stand over here. You see a small mound of soft soil here. When you stand on top of it, go ahead and release your bugs into the soil. Step out of the way. It'll go into that soil. And we get a gold Skulltula! Alrighty then, I think this is our 6th one. Let me just go ahead and check. Yep, this is the 6th one that we obtained. Gotta remember to use start to exit out of there. Anyways, it's probably a good idea to bring your Ocarina back out. Again, I don't mean to save. But anyways, go up here. It is raining a little bit. The crest of the royal family of Hyrule is inscribed here. Royal Composer Brothers, Sharp the Elder, rest in peace. New enemy. This is Poe of the Graveyard. Well, okay, this is the enemy I was thinking of. This is actually the ghost of one of the Composer Brothers, but he'll take the form of a monster called a Poe. If you stare at it while Z-targeting, it will disappear, but it will reappear after a little while. Put up your shield. Come on, reappear, reappear. I'll try to attack with the lantern. And if you have the bottle, you killed me! Good. I made a Zelda CBI reference. I think it was one of Gamelon that did that. Oh, what? You're not one of Ganondorf's men, are you? Because of my role as a ghost, I had to act like that. I apologize. Now then, let me introduce myself. Ahem. I am one of the ghostly composer brothers of Kakariko Village. All the people in this village are born to serve the royal family of Hyrule. We brothers also serve the royal family, and were assigned to study the hereditary mystic powers of the family, though we never could figure out the power of the Triforce. We had almost completed our study of controlling time with the tones of Ocarinas. Actually, we did complete that study. We would have been famous if that hateful Ganondorf had not tried to steal our results. We could never let him reap the fruits of our research. That's why we gave our lives to protect the secret. Do you want to hear what I said again? No, thank you. Yep. You'll encounter all sorts of different Poes. If you encounter a regular Poe, one that you can talk to, you can catch it in a bottle. Just Navi. What would Zarya say if we were going to be the saviors of Hyrule? Royal Composer Brothers, Flat the Younger, rest in peace. It's actually better not to Z-target him at all, because if you don't Z-target, they won't attack. They won't disappear. Unless they keep going to the wall, in which case, yes, they will appear. Where did you appear? Flat? Flat? Did Flat just disappear? Flat just freaking disappear! Okay, well, we got what we needed, the information we needed from Sharp. By the way, they did appear in Majora's Mask. Actually, a lot of characters from Ocarina of Time reappear in Majora's Mask. Why did I go all the way here? Anyways, what you want to do right here is play Zelda's Lullaby. Just remember from the previous video how to play it. Yes, pressing A can allow you to listen, also you can practice. It's pretty cool. Anyways, while standing on the Triforce, you want to pull out our Ocarina. Sorry. Dang, what a lullaby! You almost put Link to sleep by knocking him out! But you end up exposing this grave, so just go right ahead, hop right down. Already? You can hear the sounds of a new enemy. This is the keys. It'll fly. Says even when it's trying to fly away, you can get close to it. They'll basically try to charge right at you. Just take out your slingshot and take them out. The whole goal of this area, in order to proceed further, and wow, this is supposed to be a royal grave. They just dump the bodies here. This is more of a mass grave than a royal grave. What's going on, honey? Anyways, taking care of all the keys. I believe there's like 5 of them. What's going on, Navi? Why are you going after him? Navi? Where are you going? I'm like trying to find... There we go, there's one. Okay, there was only 4? I could have sworn there was actually 5, but going off of memory, but okay. Anyways, climb up these steps. Link actually has to jump. Ooh. You can already hear them. You can already hear them. See that? That's an enemy called a Re-Dead. I'll show off exactly what they do, although I hate them. They scream, and then they'll freeze Link in place. Just avoid them as much as you can. Oh my god, I hate Re-Deads. They're, well, I hate them and I love them at the same time. I love how scared they are. Come on, Navi, I want to kind of Z-target one. Don't latch onto me, don't latch onto me, don't latch on me! Oh, god damn it! Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there! Nope, nope, not worth it. That's just what happens when you latch onto them. Come on, slash, slash. Get out of there, get out of there! Get out of there! Oh my god! Trying to show you off, but I think that trying to like Z-target and get Navi to give a description of them, but I think that you got enough of a description as it is just by watching. Oh look! This poem is dedicated to the memory of the dearly departed members of the royal family. A rising sun will eventually set, a newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun, give peaceful rest to the living dead. This is an interesting poem, huh? Something is inscribed on the tombstone. It's the secret melody of the Composer Brothers. This is the song that Ganondorf was after. Why does that always happen? Stupid C buttons. You've learned the Sun Song. Now we have the power to change night into day and day into night. Restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the Sun Song. Now I just want to show you something really cool. If you go back to the room with the Re-Deads,
Yes, these horrifying monsters. You actually stun all the redeads in the room. Making them much easier to slay. But they do eventually revive, so just get out of here. Did the keys come back? No, they do not. Doesn't seem like it. Anyway, so there's a little bit more that you can do now that it's nighttime. You want to talk to my favorite Zelda character ever, Dompe! Hey kid, don't mess around with graves. I'm Dompe the Gravekeeper. My name may be scary, but I'm not a bad guy. Let me give you an advertisement for my side business. Dompe the Gravekeeper's heart-pounding grave digging tour. What's gonna come out? What's gonna come out? When they start digging, we'll find out. Do you want me to dig here? 10 rupees for one hole. Nope, nothing here. Okay. There is a random chance that he'll dig up a rupee. And there's also a 10% chance that he'll dig up a item called a piece of heart. Long as it's within the... You're guaranteed to get that piece of heart within the first 15 tries. So let's wait for him to go to the next grave. Maybe the one out with all the flowers. Yep, right here. There we go. I've always had luck with this particular grave. For some reason, I don't know if it's just my own personal experience, but every time I come into the graveyard, I mean the locations of all of them are reset every time you leave and re-enter. But the grave in front of the flowers, at least for me personally, it always seems to be a 100% chance of me getting this piece of heart. Don't take my word for it, because I know from the game's code that it is just 100% random, but it is scripted that you are guaranteed to get it on your 15th try if you haven't gotten it already. But anyways, that's actually 1/4 of a heart container, and every time we collect one, it fully restores our health. Which is pretty cool. You can see how many we've collected so far on the quest status. Once we obtain all 4, we get a free heart container, just like the ones that would be dropped from the bosses, such as, if you remember back from the Goma battle in part 3. Anyways, once we're done here, there is a few things that we still want to do. First of all, we do want to go here and, let's see, I think it's this grave that you want to pull. Yes, it is. By the way, if you pull any of the graves, you will end up fighting a Poe. Go down here, see a redead. So go ahead and use our usual strategy of using the Sun Song. I love how the Sun Song is actually the opening to the Hyrule's Fields theme. Kill you. And what else do we need to do? I think we have to sing the Sun Song once again? And I think this should spawn a chest. Yes, and in fact, Link was partially... I thought
For a second, it is possible for the chest to spawn right underneath Link, and Link would end up standing right on top of it. But anyways, here's our second piece of heart. Now we're halfway to making a new life container. Now get away from you, stupid Redead, before you wake up. Alrighty then. And there's just one more thing that we want to do. This time, it doesn't have any enemies. I believe it's this one? Could be wrong, but let's see. I saw flowers outside of it, so I think it's the correct one. Yes, it is. This is a Hylian shield. Basically, this is required for the next dungeon in the game. Because the next dungeon in the game is fire-based, and well, fire beats wood, so the Deco Shield is going to, well, burn up in there. Yes, you can actually lose the Deco Shield that way, and you have to go to the shop and buy a new one. But with a Hylian Shield, or rather a Hylian Shield, lasts with you forever. Problem with a Hylian Shield is when we go ahead and equip it, we can't really do much standing. Even when we Z target, or L target, depending on how you do it, you still can't move. You can't really do much of anything but just crouch. That's the only downside. Because of that, I actually prefer to stick with the Deco Shield until we get to our next dungeon. Alrighty then, let's see. We've done just about everything we could do in the graveyard. I think that all that's left is just something we can do in the village itself once we go right ahead and complete everything else. Just give me 1 second, guys. Alright, I'm right. There's just one last thing I want to do for this video, and that would complete just about every side quest. When it is nighttime at Kakariko Village, you can find a whole bunch of Skulltulas. Yes, there are some Skulltulas that will only appear at nighttime. For example, you can already hear one. Where is it? Why? It's on the wall. Let's get up on the wall and slash the living heck out of it. And there we go, Skulltula number 7. Now remember that ledge that we had to fly to? Well, there is a door near that house, and sure enough, there's another one. And I didn't even have to move to collect it. Alright, that's Skulltula number 8. Go over here and remember this guy was related to did a little Kuko Mask side quest in Majora's Mask, but here he's just a regular teen. People are disgusting. My own father and mother are disgusting. You must be disgusting too. Okay, Lord, whatever you say. I'm gonna roll into this tree and it's gonna drop a spider into your head. Okay, it didn't land on your head, it almost landed on mine. Alright, that's Skulltula number 9. And remember that lookout tower that I told you that you can jump off of in order to get an early piece of heart? Which I'm not going to actually do until we're at the point of the game where we're intended to grab it. Go ahead, grab your slingshot. There's one right on there. One right on the ladder.
Alright, that's number 10. And one last one. By the way, if you want to know what I'm talking about, the idea is to stand here, is to kind of stand at this angle, jump to your left to try to get to that roof, and then talk to that man over there. That's pretty much your goal. I'm not gonna jump off the ladder because that's gonna give me a ton of damage, because we're just way too high up. There we go. And the last Skulltula and Kakariko village is behind one of the houses. Here we go. Alright, that's number 11. All those Skulltulas we can complete in Kakariko village. That means we're done, right? Well, not exactly. Go back to the house over there that had the door. And before you collect your 10th one, you can also go in here and get something. Well, you can't get something out of it, but... What the heck? It looks like a hybrid between a person and a... My god, it looks like a hybrid between a person and a Skulltula. We look like this because of the spider's curse, but... Since you've destroyed 11 spiders of the curse is starting to weaken. Did the kids who return to normal give you any rewards? You should know that the only way to become very rich is to destroy as many spiders of the curse as possible. There are some tricks to finding them all. First of all, you'll have to hunt every night. Secondly, keep in mind that they love soft soil. Pay close attention to your surroundings. Please, we're counting on you. Now, there should be a total of 6 children here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There will be 6 rewards. For every 10, you'll get a child will be freed, with the last one being freed when you hit 100. The first 5 rewards are worth it. The 6th reward, not so much. It's really just there if you want to get 100%. But the first 5 are very worth it. The curse has been broken, thank you, here's a reward for you. And this is the final reward for the side quests in Kakariko Village, the adult's wallet. Now we can carry up to 200 rupees instead of the 99 that we could carry before. Please save my other brothers too. I'm sure they will give you something a lot better. Will you do it? Yeah, everyone will give you something a lot better. Save for the last one, which incidentally requires you to do double than what it takes to get the other 5. Man, that guy must be really cursed. But anyways, you think that next time we'll be going to Death Mountain, correct? Not exactly. We may have completed all the side quests in Kakariko Village, but there are other side quests we now have access to throughout all of Hyrule. So, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we're gonna go through all of Hyrule Field, including various locations such as Lon Lon Ranch, in order to, well, just to fill up our inventory before we take on our next destination, which is Death Mountain. If you like this part, leave behind a like. Feel free to leave behind a comment, because I love reading all of your comments. And if you want to see more videos from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. See you guys next time.